So instructional methods might include synchronous and asynchronous online learning, according to the executive order yesterday. So local school leaders have broad and vast decision-making authority regarding curriculum and these instructional decisions. A school must show that it can provide adequate infrastructure in 3 areas: technology, instructional practices, and student engagement. These factors must be considered as distance learning plans are created, and they will be assessed based on the ability to provide high-quality instruction. There are several options when providing distance learning, and only a plan that outlines a full continuation of services will be considered as replacement of instructional time. Full continuation, what does that mean? Students will be able to access grade level and subject matter content. Instructional support will be provided, including assessment, not in its traditional terms, but assessment of knowledge of whether a student has learned the material that you would like them to learn, and evaluation of work. Measurable student progress is expected, and materials and instructional methods used might include all of those listed above. Many of you are waiting for this guidance, and as soon as the guidance is approved by the governor's office with the language that he expects to be in, we will post it. I know that we had thought that that might have been last night already, but as you might imagine, the governor has a lot of areas and sectors of running the state in these times pulling at his attention, and so they are working as quickly as possible, and as soon as we get the green light to post that guidance, we'll post it on our website. Please continue to refer to that. The K-12 continuity education team that has been set up has seen tremendous traffic today. All of you are on there, and I thank you for that, because as we said yesterday, that site is only as good as those that use it, and it's been seeing a lot of traffic and a lot of good sharing that's been going on out there. Probably one of the most significant updates that I want to provide to you today that we didn't state yesterday was regarding assessments and accountability. This afternoon, I completed a request for a waiver for North Dakota to receive a waiver and a suspension of all state assessments for this school year and all accountability measure factors for this school year. What that means is that we will, in essence, experience a 1-year freeze in all of our calculations for targeted and comprehensive improvement schools, as well as our choice-ready metrics. I hope to have approval, or at least a answer or some sort of approval or denial, or you need to do this or you need to do that, answer from the U.S. Department of Ed by Monday. So I will keep you posted on that. In alignment with this request from the to the U.S. Department of Education, we will be canceling our ACT makeup dates. So due to the closure of North Dakota schools until further notice, DPI has made the decision to cancel all ACT makeup testing dates for the spring. ACT has offered North Dakota 11th graders who are unable to test on the initial test date of March 3rd the opportunity to take the ACT with writing on either of the June or July test dates at no cost to them. Vouchers will be provided to our 11th graders by DPI, and students will then need to go to ACT's website to register for the national June or July test date using that voucher. On this registration site, students will be able to choose an available test center nearest them. More information, obviously, will be coming concerning this voucher request process. Regarding child nutrition, DPI is collecting meal service information from schools, including meal types, number of meals served, and meal distribution types. Schools are being very responsive and meeting the needs of their students. Emergency child care centers that are opening in several communities may work with their local school district to determine if they are able to provide meals to the center. So that's a previous kind of a deviation from our process before. During regular times, I hate to use the word normal, centers, if they were going to become a distribution site, would need to go through their own process of being approved. In these circumstances, our local school district can work with those child center distribution sites to get approved. Regular child care centers cannot change their meal service program at this time. So we want to make you aware that some districts are reporting to us that they are finding there is a shortage of certain foods or food service supplies, particularly some foods and supplies used that are more common when we are serving non-congregate meals. DPI is in contact with our food service distributors and the North Dakota Educator Service Cooperative, School Food Service Cooperative, to identify availability of these items and working to find possible alternative products and distribution methods. Special education. For those that are very concerned about that, we have been on a number of calls today, we being leadership at the department and our Office of Special Education Director, Jerry Tevis. So 2 different calls that had the director of the Office of Special Education Programs from the U.S. Department of Ed. They are doing their best to get out guidance that is applicable and addresses the unique situation that the nation is in. A reoccurring theme that was taken from both of those calls and the calls that Director Stevens was on today was the fact that everyone should make their best faith effort to adhere to the individual needs of students as they are outlined in individual education plans. Best faith effort is the underlying words that we are hearing. We have heard from school district attorneys as well as state level attorneys that many districts are frozen at this point from planning because of fear of a lawsuit regarding faith. And so that is not the desire of any federal level leader nor any state level leader that districts feel frozen. So we are working very, very hard to make sure that we receive some guidance that really does underscore that best faith effort. So for those of you as district leaders out there, please move forward in creating your plans with that in mind, best faith effort. So I want to reiterate what I said yesterday about paying federally funded staff during school closure. A state or district or other recipient may use federal funds to pay its federally funded staff during a closure if it uses state or local funds to pay state and locally funded staff during the closure. So for example, if state funds will pay state funded staff during a closure, then Title I funds can pay Title I funded staff. Title II funds can pay Title II funded staff, IDEA funds can pay IDEA funded staff, etc. But only if a district uses state and local funds to pay state and locally funded staff during those times of closure as well. The process toolkit has been created and remains on our DPI website. And again, I will just remind and refer everyone to the K-12 continuity plan team within Microsoft Teams. We will be meeting over the weekend. And we'll continue to work on approval of plans, send them in after you've looked at the guidance. We're asking everyone to maybe pause in sending in their plans at this point until we can get the guidance released from the governor's office, and then submit it after you are certain kind of double check and cross check that you have all of the elements of the required elements from the governor. When we receive those plans, DPI, in partnership with the governor, will review them and the governor will provide final approval. With that, I want everyone to remember to stay safe, practice social distancing, and however you can, to the best of your ability during these times, get some rest, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make sure that we're in this for the marathon that it's going to be. Thank you, everyone.